Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, February 19th, 2018. I'm Fredicia Liburd. The members of the Cabinet of the National Unity Government met on Nevis today, Monday, February 19th, as the tripartite government celebrates its third anniversary. The meeting was held at the Four Seasons Resort.
It is part of our acceptance of the power of unity that the people of Nevis must feel as home and as welcome wherever the federal government is meeting as a people of St. Kitts. And although the administrative capital for the Federation is Bastille, we think that it's important from time to time that the cabinet rotates, that the cabinet go and let the people have an opportunity to feel a sense of belonging, a sense that what is happening in the cabinet has importance for them. So we are happy to be here as part of our third anniversary celebration. We are happy that we can come as a cabinet in normal times rather than in crisis, because in the past, usually the coming over to Nevis has been in moments of crisis. Luckily for us, we had abandoned that approach way back in 2013 when we formed Team Unity, and we set up a structure that lives on until today, a structure of ongoing dialogue, ongoing involvement and participation of the federal entity in Nevis, as it should be also in St. Kitts.
According to Prime Minister, the Honourable Dr. Timothy Harris, matters of particular interest to residents on Nevis and to the Federation as a whole were discussed in today's Cabinet sitting. St. Kitts and Nevis's Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable Mark Brantley, who is also the Premier of Nevis, noted that this is the second time the Federal Cabinet has met on the island.
This is an issue of governance. This is what we promised the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and I think the media being here today is indicative that we are keeping that promise and keeping that commitment of a working relationship, a good working relationship between St. Kitts and Nevis. And so I want to welcome all to this cabinet session here in Nevis, and to say that we hope that today we will have a good meeting, and that our usual taking care of business will be what guides us today as we take care of the business for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. I want to continue, so far as the Nevis Island administration is concerned, to pledge our continued support and cooperation and participation in this very important undertaking, and to say to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis that this is an example of good governance at work.
Meantime, as part of the extended week of activities in celebration of the National Unity Government's third anniversary, the Cabinet Ministers also shared in a non-national appreciation service, which was held at the Shiloh Baptist Church on Sunday, February 18th.
The way in which we have been able to do wonderful things on the island of Nevis and wonderful things on the island of St. Kitts. I would just want to give God thanks for allowing us to have those accomplishments to show. And to pledge that we will continue to work on behalf of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts and Nevis is our country. It's all that we have. It's all that we want to sacrifice for, is to advance St. Kitts and Nevis and to really make it an outstanding small island state. I believe with your help, with your prayers, we certainly can.
Prime Minister, the Honourable Dr. Timothy Harris, also used the opportunity to make a presentation.
I am happy that we are a free nation. We can shout, we can sing, we can give testimony in our churches, and there are no repercussions. I want then to salute the leadership of the church, to thank them, and to pray that their journey would be a successful one, that this church will be there for a very long time, assisting the people of the Federation and the people of Nevis in particular. And so I want to present a small token of our appreciation for the work of the church, not just this church, but all the churches in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I've therefore brought an envelope which marks Shiloh Baptist Church, and I want to hand this over to the pastor.
The National Unity Government's anniversary activities will continue tomorrow, Tuesday, February 20th, with the official renaming of the Mental Health Day Treatment Center located at Limekeel Commercial Development on St. Kitts. A public town hall meeting will also be held at the Newtown Community Center from 7:30 p.m. A sitting of the National Assembly will take place on February 21st. That evening, a panel discussion looking at the journey of the Team Unity movement will be carried live on ZIZ television and radio. Residents and citizens will be given the opportunity to dialogue directly with cabinet members on Thursday, February 22nd, when parliamentary representatives and government officials will conduct constituency walkthroughs and hold one-on-one consultations in each constituency in St. Kitts and Nevis. The launch of the National Health Insurance Implementation Commission will take place on Friday, February 23rd at 9:30 a.m. at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. A National College Health and Career Fair will also be hosted on that day at the Independence Square on St. Kitts from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The fair will be immediately followed by a live positive concert featuring performances by Infamous, Dijon, Ruckus and Hellfire Sounds from 5 to 7 p.m. Still to come.
In the case of St. Kitts and Nevis, we are spending over $120,000 to assist in rehabilitating the sector.
The details after this break. Welcome back. Following damage from the passage of Hurricanes Irma and Maria in September of 2017, the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, IICA, has decided to help 3 of the IICA member states, including St. Kitts and Nevis, to get back on its feet with regards to agriculture. On Friday, 16th February, representatives from IICA paid a visit to Deputy Premier and Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, at his office to outline the details of the project.
In the case of St. Kitts and Nevis, we are spending over $120,000 to assist in rehabilitating the sector. Now that money goes towards assisting the farmers in getting seeds, wire, drip line, and so on. But the other aspect of it which we are very much concerned about is that these hurricanes would continue to come, and so we have to build resilience into what we are doing so as to ensure that our farmers do not find themselves down the same road again whenever it happens. And so what IICA has been doing is they have partnered with Dennis from his NGO.
Dennis McClung, founder of Garden Pool, a non-governmental organization in the United States which focuses on sustainable agriculture, spoke about the purpose of his visit to Nevis.
To introduce our climate-smart agriculture technology to the region in Nevis. And I must say I've been very, very impressed, and it's been my great honor to be received here so warmly. It's very encouraging, and I believe that Nevis can be a beacon of sustainability, especially in agriculture in the region. And I think that we found the perfect place to build the climate smart farm here, because we have already existing hydroponic technology, we have the protected greenhouses in soil, and now we can introduce the garden pool technology here so the farmers can directly compare. And the interesting thing about our system is that it's a vertical system, it's soilless, it's considered closed loop. So I've even worked with private aerospace companies to put these things on Mars, because you don't have to go and buy fertilizers, you don't have to go and buy the fish feed, everything's in the ecosystem itself.
McClung recorded his commitment to a long-term partnership with Nevis, which includes working with the students at various schools. The Deputy Premier and Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, thanked both the IICA representative and McClung for their timely assistance. He also invited the founder of Garden Pool to the opening of the ministry's 24th Annual Agriculture Open Day, slated for Thursday 22nd and Friday 23rd March 2018.
I'm hoping that we'll be working, not just me, but the entire department, because I know we have some young young persons who are there, and they're the ones we're looking towards to ensure that we carry on what has been established. Yeah, there's some young minds there, and those are the ones that we want to make sure that they maintain the interest and also pass on the knowledge and technology to younger ones coming up. So I foresee that we can certainly have a demonstration on open day, our huge event that we have had for the last 24 years. And it is on the 22nd and 23rd of March, and that is our signature activity, so to speak. That's when we put on a good show and we demonstrate to the general public what we have accomplished over the last year and what we are hoping to do in upcoming years. So once we can have you back there, we'll set aside a section of that particular location for you so that you can demonstrate to the school children who normally would come there in their numbers as to some of the things that they can get into.
Deputy Premier and Minister with Responsibility for Agriculture, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers. The Department of Physical Planning and Environment has received the Narrows Nevis Beach Resort Environmental Impact Assessment, EIA, St. Thomas's Parish. A copy of the EIA has been placed at the Nevis Public Library for the period of 19th February to 5th March 2018 for review, with a box for comments, concerns, questions, and suggestions from the public. Additional information can be obtained from the Department of Physical Planning and Environment, located upstairs in the Nevis Water Department, Main Street, Charlestown, or 469-5521 extension 6302 or 2140, or email nevplan@yahoo.com. Nevisian cultural icon David Freeman of Rollins Village celebrated his 90th birthday on Friday, 16th February at his home. The Minister of Social Development and Area Representative, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, was present at the birthday celebration and spoke about the legacy of Freeman.
He has been playing the fife, I understand, since the age of 19. And we're also happy that he was born in Butler, as I understand, but he was brought here to Rollins at a very tender age. So we are happy that his parents saw it fit to bring him to Rollins, and so we can now be celebrating here in Gingerland. Of course, Mr. Freeman has been blowing the fife and been doing it exceptionally well. So well that he has accompanied so many of the art forms in the past. And he has not only done it well here in Nevis, but he has traveled overseas on numerous occasions for Carifesta, I understand, to Cuba, to Barbados, to Trinidad, to Suriname. And apart from that, he has gone to Statia, the USVI, to Canada, to Guyana, all over the place. And he has represented Nevis and represented Nevis well.
Minister Evelyn then presented a gift basket as well as a plaque to the celebrant. Freeman's daughter Leona Freeman accepted on his behalf. The Honorable Eric Evelyn applauded her and the other children and grandchildren of the celebrant for taking such good care of the celebrant as well as his wife.
I have to commend the children and the grandchildren for doing a marvelous job in looking after Mr. Freeman. He's looking very smart today, as well as his wife, and so I want to commend the children and the grandchildren for doing such a marvelous job, and I would encourage them to continue.
CEO Jerome Rollins and employees of the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation, Executive Director of the Culturama Secretariat, Abernathy Liburd, as well as other family members and well-wishers attended the ceremony. Immediately following the ceremony, the string band entertained the guests. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredecia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.